Today we're thinking about the parable of the Good Samaritan. Jesus has taught that the two important laws that will be kept must be to love God with all your heart, your mind and your soul, and to love your neighbour as yourself. And a teacher has asked, "Who is my neighbour?" being very clever, hoping to catch Jesus out. And Jesus teaches this parable, and on a very simple level then we can take the parable to mean that everyone is to be treated as our neighbour, that we are to love and care for one another regardless of nationality or creed or ethnicity. But there are greater depths to this parable. The first is, St. Basil says, it isn't some general instruction to care or try to care for the whole world, but that we make people our neighbours when we care for them. So we connect with people through the act of caring. It isn't a general thing, but a very specific thing. And then, very often, our understanding of this parable is through our identification with the character of perhaps the Samaritan, or maybe the people who walk on the other side of the road. But the fathers say we should not try to identify with the people walking down the road. If we want to understand this parable, we should identify with the man lying in the ditch. The Samaritan comes and heals the man with oil and wine. The Samaritan is a symbol of Christ himself. When Christ comes to us, we must be willing to be healed, accept his healing, his care, if we are to connect with him. And to do this, we have to first recognize our brokenness, that we are the people lying in the ditch. Too often, because of our wealth, our material comforts, our cars, our houses that are not threatened by typhoons, we imagine that we are secure. We have an illusion of strength and invulnerability. And in a flash, it can be taken from us, and we discover our weakness. The Christian calling is not to wait for these moments, but to recognize, see through the illusion that we are broken, that we are vulnerable, that we are in need of Christ's healing always. We are the people in the ditch.